Hey, plumbing bros.
Hello,
Join
everybody.
me. Hey, I'm Richard Behney, the $1 Million Plumber. All right, good to see you here. Hey, welcome to this 139th episode. That's what it says, 139th episode of Potty Talk Live. Hey, we have a special Selling Made Easy episode. You may recognize if you're watching this live that this is not CF, the plumbing sales guy.
No.
If you're listening, the voice doesn't sound like CF, the plumbing sales guy.
I don't think I could do CF.
Right. Hey, but we got a special episode here for you. We're going to be asking the question: are you killing your plumbing business one phone call at a time? Hey, we'll stick around and find out because we're starting right now.
Right now, and this is the time where it's supposed to go to.
This is supposed to go to the lead
intro.
here. Intro. We don't have the intro, so the intro. Can we just do the dance?
I don't even know what it is.
So I take it we're gonna throw that in on the post production. So that's part of. So
it's behind the scenes.
You're part of the live social audience here. You get to watch that. Okay.
Okay, but I got to share right now. So you dance.
It's good to have you on here. Welcome. Hey guys, come on in. Chris, good to see you. Steven. Hey, come on in. Get comfortable here. Hey, we got a great Selling Made Easy episode of Potty Talk Live. And we're going to be discussing a very important concept that we all deal with here. It's the phone, okay? And especially if you're a cat, all right?
A cat or a dog.
A cat or a dog. A cool cat out there, a plumbing cat that's still on the phone. You're not going to want to miss this. So this is just here for you. And hey, this is, you may notice here that we have someone different than CF, the plumbing sales guy.
I'm not done sharing it. I need to
share it. We got the lovely Laura with us here. All right, you're a little cuter than CF. I have to say. Cute. All right, he's a cute guy. All right, but he's not my type. Okay, all right. But it's good to have you here.
Thank you very much. Yes, CF is traveling right now, headed to do it's a seminar conference. Yes, always up in his game, which we always
that's what champions do.
Yes,
you're always up in your game. That guy has game. He's got game already. But he's always raising his bar.
So he's traveling right now.
Right?
So I said I would fill in.
Right. So, but this is a good one. I'm glad that we have you here on this one because. You know, this is something about the phone work, dealing with the phone. Okay. And the lovely Laura here, who's been on the phone.
I've answered a phone call or two.
About 20 years worth of answering the phone and all. So you're going to have
to every type of customer.
You got some nuggets of gold to drop here. So I think that, you got this covered. I think you even got this better than CF.
If I can remember back those days, some things you forget on purpose, right?
Right. But hey, we'll be covering that here in just a moment. So you got questions? Hey, bring it. Hey,
we want to hear it.
All right. Hey, Mr. Enright. Hey, right back at you.
Hey, he must be. He's in here in Indy, I'll bet.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to Indy.
Mr.
Sky Boss. The boss is in Indy.
Hopefully they're
we better be on our best behavior. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Fun.
Your lovely wife. All right.
And I think Mr. Wells is going to be there as well.
Mr. Wells is going to be in the house too, or we're going to meet him as well. All right.
Sky Boss,
all right. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Hey, I got something here. All right. I got something. My plug here is kind of bothering.
You don't need it.
I need it. Take it off. Okay. Hey, we love getting swag here.
We love our swag.
All right.
Got our swag on.
All right. This is from.
Here, take the comment down, sweetie.
Take the comment down. Okay. Where's it?
That right there on the hide comment.
See
the big red bar?
Big red bar right here.
Yeah, hide. There you go.
Okay, all right, man. This is fun. This is cool. All right.
Okay.
Hey, we got a gift here. Speaking of Alex.
All right.
Alex and Kristen Marks.
PPC.
Founders and owners of AM Plumbing and Rooter.
Yep.
Out of Lake Elsinore, California. Sent us one of their cool hats.
Nice swag.
There we go.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we are just not going to stand for Taps Plumbing being the only hat on the Potty Talk Live set.
All right, nice. Love it. Cool. Looking good here.
So we're going
to display this proudly over here.
Well, I'm kind of hiding it right now.
Okay.
Here, we'll put them on the love.
Put them on the love.
Because they're in love.
They're in love.
Those
they're plumbing power couple.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Good.
Appreciate it. Cool hat there. All right. Hey, if you're watching live, type live in the comments. Let us know you're watching.
On the replay, type replay. Love to see how people are finding us. So please do that. And
hey, if you're listening on the podcast, keep on listening. Hey, Ted, right back at you, brother.
Hey, Ted.
Good to see you.
I'm sure people are saying things. I'm gonna have to put my glasses
on. All right,
on
Chris, how you doing?
Ted, Dan, Kristen.
Send us one of your hats. All right. Love it. We'll display it proudly on the set.
Absolutely. Wouldn't it be great to have like a ton of plumbing business hats? We could put like
we'll get rid of all the stuff here.
No, we're getting rid of all the stuff, but we could put like a little shelf or something. That would be fun.
All right.
That's one way for people to send us
send
stuff.
your uniform. I love it. We had Adam Smith of Taps.
Yep.
Totally awesome plumbing services.
Yep, got that.
Got their hat and also sent me a uniform shirt.
New Brunswick.
Right, New Brunswick.
You're
Canada.
international, baby.
Yeah,
you're international.
Right. Hey, we got plumbers all over the world, man.
No,
I love it. Well, wear your uniform. I wear a large. By the way, we're large.
Because your shoulders are so
big. All right, baby. Hey, type 5 in the comments.
Yes.
Type 5 to subscribe to Potty Talk Live. You never want to miss an episode of Potty Talk Live. Nuggets of gold. We're going to be bringing nuggets of gold here tonight with the lovely Laura. This is kind of fun. It's a little weird here. I know this is not a plumbing power couple.
I know it's not. It's selling made easy.
But you are just the person for this topic here.
Okay.
Just the gal for this topic because we're talking about.
That'd be good.
I'll put on the frame. Let them know where we're at here.
Yeah, so we can
I'm even driving. This is dangerous here.
I know.
It's not like driving the caddy. No, sorry. Okay.
All right. So what do you want to talk about?
So we're talking about. We know we get. It's one of the biggest things is answering the telephone.
Yes.
Answering the phone with our customers calling in.
Right.
And with us plumbing guys answering the phones. I know, but we think we're doing it. I mean, because
you as plumbers, so your head.
Right.
The hat kind of messed up.
Got hat hair.
Yeah.
That we're the best thing, for answer. And in a way we are. I mean, we can't, we can't, I mean, we can talk on the phone, that kind of thing, but we can't scale that. Well, and we're also.
You're terrible on the phone.
I know.
The plumbers
I was trying, guys.
The plumbers are terrible on the phones because, I said this before, guys are naturally fixers anyway, right? Ladies, if you're married, right? If you, gosh, I'm going to throw my husband under the bus, but if I bring a problem to him or if I'm just venting about something, his immediate response is to what? Solve it, right? And what do us ladies want? We just want you to listen. We don't want you to solve the problem. So, but that's just how we're wired, right? Men and women are wired that way. Yep. So the natural response is when someone brings a problem to you, you want to fix it. So the customer is calling and they have a problem. People that call plumbing companies aren't calling just, for the fun of it, right? They're calling because they probably have a plumbing problem. So the plumber naturally wants to fix it. Plus, he's a plumber who fixes things. So it's this double whammy, right? So guys on the phone is just about the worst thing you can do because you're going to scare the customer. You're going to scare them.
In fact, that's one of the first things we do with our coaching. We work on and right away is get the plumbing owner, the plumber owner off the phone. Get you off the phone.
Ideally, the wife. If you guys are working together, that's the best scenario. Second best is hiring someone that can answer the phones. And the main thing of answering the phones is booking the call. We can talk about that.
So what's one of the, there's a lot to this. I mean, it's one of these things that everyone we just kind of forget about. We think, well, all we're doing is answering the phone. The phone rings and I answer, Attaboy Plumbing Company, how may I help you? Yeah. Yeah. We start.
Well, that's a simple fix. Yeah, I can probably do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get right out there.
Yeah, I can do that. That is no problem.
And we think that's all we do, right? I mean, we think that's all that matters there. But there's so much more going on there. We can't cover it all in this.
Nope.
In this time here. It's a big deal here. But I know you put together a couple things. So what's number one? What's number one here?
What do you got? Professional. I can't read it.
Professional service brand. As we're presenting our professional service brand.
Yeah, especially if you spent any money in advertising or spent even emotional capital or time capital in getting your business online, social, all that kind of stuff. You've spent considerable amount of time or money to get that person to call you. So the worst thing you can do is then after you've spent that money, you answer the phone, Joe's Plumbing.
Right.
Yeah. What?
Call it too cool for school.
Yeah, that's literally the worst because normally it's the ladies that are calling. We don't know anything about plumbing. We just want it stopped. We just want it fixed, right? I'm not asking you to come out and give me a new water heater. I'm asking you to come out so that I can have hot water.
Right.
And there's a difference. There's a big difference.
There's a big difference. So it's that is really one of the fact. It's one of the it's like the entry point of you actually serving the customer.
Yes.
But we don't often look at it that way.
No,
I have to admit,
we don't at all.
And we just don't. I just think I'm just I'm taking calls, and we kind of have that deadpan voice. Even when we think we're sounding like all that, if we have deeper voices, anyways, but it's the
and you might be busy. The plumbers, you know, you might have a busy day in store, and so you already know that you're booked up for today and maybe half of tomorrow, so you're not giving as much energy as you should to that customer because you may not even want to take the job, right?
Right.
So
because the number one reason for the call, the number one objective of this call at this time is
book
to
the call.
Book the call.
Book it. That's
not
it,
solve
Dano.
the call. All right.
That's good. Book, not solve.
Right.
Yeah. Hashtag that.
Okay.
Okay. So that's number one. What else you got?
Or Alex says, "Oh, you guys are going to have hundreds of hats now. Love it. Bring the hats.
Yeah.
We want to display proudly all of our plumbing brothers and sisters
awesome.
all over the wall here. Okay.
That'd be great.
All right.
More
Display your
swag.
company here. So more swag. That's right. So number 2.
Yes.
Professional service experience. Okay. So what do you have in mind there?
Well, I think we just gave a little bit away in that one. Same thing is when the customer calls, they're not wanting a new hot water heater. And I know it's not hot water heater. I know, right? When I said it, I'm like, oh, the guys are going, oh, rookie move.
You
I know it's not a hot
water
heater. I know it's a water heater. So, but they're not calling for that reason. They're calling because they want to get their day back. They want to have this problem taken care of.
Right.
And that's the service experience. And then also just being friendly, being empathetic and listening to the customer, really listening to what they have to say. You know, guys, that's just not your thing. Sometimes we want to go on telling about our plumbing problem and this is what's happening in this. And you guys are like, wah, 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 wah. Whereas girls are typically are relational, right? We want to hear their stories and we can easily be empathetic and sympathetic.
Right. Yeah, guys, I know it doesn't sound very PC, but just with us being on the phone and with our deeper voices, I hear it all the time. We just don't come across as empathetic. I mean, we really look. No one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber.
Right.
That's something we will beat it.
True statement.
Right.
Beat till when?
I don't know.
Cows
the
come
end
home.
of the day, so the cows come. Right.
That's still
no, just forever. Anyways.
What does it when the cows come home mean anyway?
I don't know I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a saying that people say. Whatever till the cows come home. What does that mean?
So don't do this on the phone with your customer. Book the call.
Squirrel.
Okay. You know, book the call. But we just don't come across as empathetic.
No, you do not.
Okay. We just again with our deeper voices and we're usually pretty busy.
You might be
wanting to fix it actually and that's part of the professional service. You know, this thing of answering the phone, you know, while you're on a job.
Yeah.
You know, that
under a sink.
Right. That comes across.
Yeah,
you don't sound, you know, you sound like you're bothering me. You're bothering me.
Right.
You're bothering me. And they can tell that you're not in an office or you're doing something. Okay. Not to mention what the customer that you're working for is thinking, man, you're not fixing my thing. What you know, are you
charging me for that time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not a professional, you know, experience.
It is
and you got to have that professional experience. That, you know, that's the difference between being, you know, a hack plumber and a professional plumber.
That's true.
You know,
and when customers call in too, we want to be kind and be nice and give them the time.
Right.
And you can't really do that if you're kind of under a sink.
No.
So, and this is just part of the experience. Again, the customer's calling, and that's not something people do often is call a plumber. You know, how many times you have maybe 2-3 times a year that you have a plumber out to your house. So it's not something that you're used to. And it's already a problem. It's an interruption to your day. You don't know how to fix it. So the customer is just in a state of, you know, I'm frustrated and all those things. And so the last thing that they want to do is get some guy on the phone that's just kind of grunting at them. So that would be a bad service experience, right?
And again, as you go back to no one wakes up in the morning wants to call a plumber.
Nope.
And so they're uptight and, you know, they're calling in and they need that attention.
Many a time I talked somebody literally off the plumbing ledge, you know, with water pouring in the house or whatever. So, Okay. So that's good.
Hey, Lance says I just talked about that today.
We did.
All right.
With Mr. and Mrs. Wyoming.
All right. A plumbing power couple out there.
Yes. And they're looking to go that route. And it's different. I mean, it's a different role for some of us wives when we start in, joining the empire and helping build the family business.
You know, the phone's a big deal, and this is going to lead to, you know, we're talking about some things and why we talk about this. You know, what does that have to do about your plumbing business? We get talking with customers, but you know, there are those out there. You look, if you want to be in the truck and you want to be tied to the plumbing business for the rest of your life, then go ahead and answer the phones.
Yep.
And you know, you can do that. And certainly as the plumbing business owner, the plumber business owner, a lot of the guys, you know, we can
sell over the phone,
and we handle that. And in a way, we even kind of like it, but really we're holding our business back. And certainly if we wish to grow our business,
scale our business,
you can't scale your plumbing business, meaning grow it by you answering the telephone.
Because think about it. Okay, even if you built your company, you've got 5 or 6 trucks, got a couple of ladies in the office answering the phones, right? But every call needs you to give the price or to quote or go out and look at it, whatever it might be. If your business is built like that, how are you ever going to be able to go on a vacation? Right? How, I mean, not alone, let alone possibly sell it one day, but go on a week's vacation or even a long weekend. Because if you build your business around the fact that it needs you to touch every customer interaction, that's not scalable. And if you like that, then I guess that's fine. But if you're looking for freedom, that's one of the worst things you can do. You want to figure out how to do it within your culture and then scale it by teaching and training your crew, not only your guys, but the ladies on the phone. And then that becomes scalable. Right.
We actually had, and so, before we even had an office, we had a couple ladies answering the phones.
We did. Yeah. And back in the day, we were like really high tech because we used voice over IP. VoIP. Does anybody remember VoIP? Does that even exist now? I don't even know. But that was a big deal where we had this massive server in our house that were always making noise.
I think that was a big deal.
That was a huge investment.
Before we even bought trucks, guys, before we even bought new trucks and all that, because it was like $15,000 or 15 or 30 grand.
I don't remember. It was a lot of money.
It was a big deal. But that's how important we knew the phones were and are. All right.
Yep.
And it's a large reason why 95% of all plumbing businesses fail. Is because the guys just don't answer the phones. All right. It's a huge deal.
Yeah. So if you're answering the phones, if you're answering your own phones right now, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments. If you're a plumbing business owner, drop a 1. If you yourself as a plumber, you're answering the phones. And this is kind of speaking to you, right? That you're like, okay, yeah, I know I need to do that. You need to find a way to do it. You need to make a way.
So let's let them leave.
Okay.
There's a lot here. And by the way, we go over all these kinds of things in our Plumbing Business Academy.
Yes.
All right. Success Academy.
In great detail.
All right. In this kind of area. So we can learn these things. And so if you want to be on, you want to be able to check that out and get in on the early bird special, be notified when that's available.
Why wouldn't savings. You? Why?
All right. All you need to do is type success in the comments. SUCCESS in the comments.
Yep.
Okay, and we get you hooked up there.
Yep.
But we go over these kinds of things, and in phone, the phone activity is extremely important.
Yeah, so, very important.
But a couple things you can do. So how can I'm a guy that's in the truck.
You're a guy in the truck.
In the truck, and we're working out of my home. Okay.
Okay.
Sound familiar? Yeah, all right, that kind of thing. And my wife and my wife.
3-month-old at home, one half-day kindergarten, and the other a 5th grader. So, yes, I know exactly about that.
And broke. And all, so all they're there, right. And would quit the job, which was the health benefits, everything, all this, we get that. The guys, you guys are doing that.
Burnt the ships.
Right. So what we have here, says both wife and I answer. All right.
Okay.
Chris, you need to stop.
Yeah, Chris, you need to drop the phone. Your wife is 100 times better than you on the phone. I guarantee. I'm going to call his who is that? Chris Copeland. Just might call and be a mystery shopper tomorrow.
Mystery shopper. All right.
Because I guarantee you, Chris, your wife is better on the phone than you are.
I know us guys, we think we're good. We're not. I mean, we really aren't. Okay. On what customers are really looking for. Okay, we're steering our customers. So what do we do if I can't have my wife?
Okay.
Answering the phone. So and I don't have an office. What's an option?
Well, with phones these days, right? With your cell phone, you can easily get phone numbers, even a Google Voice number. Yeah. But there's other systems like Grasshopper and I think Ring Central. There's a number of them that you can use that you can transfer phones easily to someone else's cell phone or whatever, and it's really, really easy. But find someone that just even part-time. If you get someone to answer the phones part-time, starting out, because it's an investment. Right. But you'll notice the difference when you're not constantly having to answer the phone. It's going to free you up to work on your business.
And I know that we've been asked about using a phone service, that kind of a thing. Not a fan, because the big deal is you don't want to get into the data taking. Yeah. Where you're just taking data. You're right.
Address.
You've gone through McDonald's Drive, that kind of stuff, and it just all feels.
Well, it doesn't give any security.
Right.
It doesn't give any security at all to the customer, because then they know they're just talking to some operator. Right.
Right. So I'm not a big fan of those kinds of phone answering services. Also, they can be expensive. But what you can do, you know someone, a stay-at-home mom
or an empty nester mom,
right? That kind of a thing that is working part-time. They would love to work out it from their home. Yep. And it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. And then with computers and cloud stuff and everything.
It's gotten easier today.
If you use SkyBoss, right, Larry? I don't know if Larry's still watching, but use SkyBoss. It's all in the cloud, and the person can be across town answering phones on the Grasshopper phone number and getting into SkyBoss right on her own computer.
Right. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So guys, hey, if you're looking to grow your plumbing business, all right, provide to have an asset that provides you the freedom to do what you want to do, to live the life that you desire for you and your family. And you got to get you off the phone. Yep. Okay.
If that's what you're in, freedom. I mean, if that's, I would say 99.9% of the time when we talk to our clients or people that are interested in coaching, their main why is freedom. They want freedom. Right. But then they kind of sabotage themselves in building their business that doesn't give them the freedom. Right. So plumbers, guys answering every phone call, there's no freedom in that.
Or the thing we hear a lot, and just kind of leave it with this, and guys, this is the big mistake that we make, is that we think that they can't answer the phones.
Oh, the ladies.
Right, the ladies can't answer the phones.
I think Kristen will say something about
they don't know plumbing. Guys, it ain't about plumbing.
I didn't know
the idea of the call is the reason for the call is just book the job. Book the job, okay? And all you need to know, and you don't need to know exactly what's going on out there. Guys, stop the whining. All right, just get in the house, all right, and let the customer tell you what's going on, which builds rapport with them again, by the way. Yep. And you figure it out from there. Right. But get the call booked, okay?
You don't have to, ladies, you don't have to know anything about plumbing. So Chris, I know Chris Copeland had said that him and his wife both let her answer it. She doesn't have to know everything about plumbing. And then give grace, right? And I think Kristen March is one that said this maybe a couple shows ago. I don't remember. But you know what? If the ladies are answering the phone, guys don't stand over them and go, say this, ask them this. What about this? Don't do that. Just go away. Let them answer the phones. They know how important it is. They know how important it is to get the customer on the schedule. So
all right. Misty says she's going to start answering the phones for her fiance's plumbing business. All right, good. There we go. Took a 2-day class with Kathy Sprague Nelson for Service Nation Alliance in Dallas a few weeks ago. It was fantastic. I highly recommend it. Good.
All right. Way to go.
Way to go.
Join in.
Okay.
Join in the empire.
There we go. Hey, we simplify it, guys. It's nothing to be afraid of. We've all answered the phone. You pick up the phone. All right. And they say, hey, can you come on out here? My roof's on fire and the cat's stuck on the roof. How much is it going to cost? And you just say, sure, I can help you with that. Yeah. Have we done work for you? You just start a conversation. That's start
have a conversation.
Have a conversation with them and say, oh, I hate when the roof's on fire. What kind of cat do you have? You just build that rapport. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
And say, hey, we got an opening here between 12 and 2 this afternoon. That work for you? All right, we got you down. Way to go.
Thanks so much for calling.
Thank you so much for calling. We'll give you a call when we're on the way. We'll see you then.
Or find new, fun, interesting ways to answer the phone. Right? Don't just say Joe's Plumbing. Right? Find something different. A lot of, we researched a lot of stuff when we had our business and what other companies were doing. One that I loved was they answered the phone. I think it was Anderson Plumbing. How may we wow you today? Right. And I know this might seem a little corny, but that's really going to kind of surprise your customer. And they're going to know they're dealing with the company that's different and probably is service oriented. So figure out in your culture what might work. How may I serve you today? How may I offer you superior service? How may I offer you excellent service? Something that just changes it up a little bit. And then certainly give your name.
Yep. So, hey, Ted had a question here.
Yes,
just not go on here. A lot of guys, I know the guys are thinking this kind of stuff. How do I know how much time to allow for the service call if you're not sure what the details? And that's a great example of those guys getting stuck in our head and making it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just book the call.
Right.
And book the call. The only customer matters is that one. That customer. And so we'd book in 2 hours.
We would book in 2 hour blocks. Right. So like 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 2, 2 to 4, right? We would book in that. And then we also wouldn't tell our plumbers would know how many calls they had on them, because if they felt like there were calls stacked up, then they're just going to run through their calls and they are not going to practice what CF, the plumbing sales guy, teaches, right? They're gonna run right through them. So all the plumber knows in the beginning of the day about his first call.
And Ted,
right?
that's a great example. And Ted, thank you for having the courage to ask that question, because that's what all the guys are thinking. It's a reason why you're on the phone. That's why we got to get you off the phone.
Yeah,
all the guys on the phone.
Because you're pre-qualifying and thinking too much about it.
I got to figure it out. I got to do it. Well, I got these other jobs, and what if more calls come in? And how can I get in? No, I'm tired. I don't want to work on a sewage ejector. I'm tired of.
Why wouldn't you want to work?
No, I don't want to be in a crawl space today. I don't want to be. So all those kinds of things happen, and you're sabotaging your business. Really, you're killing your business.
Right.
That way. Where the idea is to get someone on, because it's not on the phone that someone will feel comfortable with. Look, women feel comfortable when they hear a female's voice. There's an automatic trust. With a guy, there's not an automatic trust. Okay. Also, with a guy, we love hearing a female's voice anyways. Okay. It's just fun to talk with another, woman. Okay. So it's a more comfortable situation, and it's not about the plumbing, guys. On certainly with residential service, and that's where this leads. True. It's not it's not about the plumbing.
It's not about the plumbing.
It's about the emotion.
Right.
Okay. And it's just about booking the call, solving that problem right at that point, and then getting you, the professional, in the house
to look at it and evaluate it.
Then you want to be going out to a job that turns into an all-day job.
Right.
That's
and
a good thing.
Then you call the office and say, hello, I just sold this much work, and instead of 2 hours, I now need 6 hours.
Right.
So if that's the case, then the person that is answering the phone, if it's the wife, she's going to call the other customers, let them know you're going to run late, or may have to move them to another day. So, but yeah, that's what 2 hours. Every call was 2 hours. Yep. It's just easy that way.
Right.
So
okay. Good one there. All right.
Anything else we got?
Okay. Hey, there's a lot there. The phone thing's a big deal. It is the beginning.
It's the beginning,
and it can be the beginning to the end. The ending in a bad way.
You're
killing your plumbing business. So there we go. I guess what we could take out of that is that it ain't about plumbing. It ain't about plumbing. And book the call.
Everything.
Book every call. That's another thing. Book every call. And that's another thing as plumbers won't do. We want to make it comfortable, and we want everything in its spot. And this job could turn into this 1 hour job possibly could turn into a 6 hour job because it's water. I may not be able to get it drained down, and blah blah blah. We start whining. So what we do is we don't schedule any other jobs, and that's another reason why it's killing our plumbing business. There's a lot there.
There's a lot there. So
this is a good one. We don't have time to go into it all.
But if your wife is involved in the business, or significant other, whatever it might be, let them answer the phone. And we've had a couple of clients where that was kind of a struggle. They just didn't want to give up that control. Right. But once they did, oh man, you couldn't even get them near the phone again, right? They wanted nothing to do. They felt such freedom and not tied to that phone constantly. Ringing all day long. So you're reading a comment. I see you.
Yeah, we got Mark here. Here's the guys around the block. Answering the phone's the most important thing we do.
Hey, Mark.
How you doing, Mark?
That is so true.
Thank you, brother, for chiming in.
That's true.
It is okay. It all begins there. It sets you up for either sets you up for success. It's going to set failure. Okay. People do judge a book by its cover, and they do judge a book by the first voice.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Okay.
So that's what we recommend strongly, highly.
All right.
We beat that. We did. We beat that to death. Did we not?
It is important, guys. It is important. So.
Yep.
All right. Hey, if you want to learn more about phones and those kinds of things, as well as other aspects of every aspect of running your plumbing business, the business of plumbing. All right. You're going to want to be a part of the Plumbing Business Success Academy. Just
type in success in the comments, and you will get a little notification from Facebook, and you'll have to type success again, but then you'll get a link to get on the pre-launch early bird special thing. So all that to say, one other thing too, I want to say we are scheduling Potty Talk Live guests for March and April. If you would like to be on Potty Talk Live, if you're a plumbing business owner and have a lot to share with the folks, come on out.
All right, you got a story.
Everybody's got a story.
Everybody's got a story and nuggets of gold.
Yeah, we've talked to other ones that we've invited to the show. They're like, oh, I don't have anything to say. I don't have a story. Finally convince them to go on. And it's like, they've got the best story, from the struggles in the beginning to trying things didn't work, things that did finally work. Everybody's got a story. So if you'd like to be a guest, just type guest in the comments and we'll get back with you. I'd love to have you on, especially, plumbing business owners. You've been through a lot and do have a lot of nuggets of gold to share.
All right. Here we go. I can't help but let this go. I want to help Iron Man out here.
Okay.
All right.
I can't
How do you lock a customer in on the phone when all they want is the price? Look, that's not all they do is want is the price. Okay. That's a lie there. What's happening there, guys, is look, when the customer, again, no one wakes up in the morning wants to call a plumber. Okay, now this is a standard. This is a residential service type customer.
True. Yep.
Okay, because in that environment, residential service, it's not about price. All right, it's about the emotion. It's about them getting their day back. When you're dealing with builders and commercial,
it's totally different.
and maintenance and
home
warranty and all that kind of that is about price.
Right.
Okay,
yep.
and that's why you can't grow your business working over there. Okay, you got to be in residential service. Right. That's where you can grow. Grow your business. Okay, but so when a customer calls, they're nervous. Okay, and they don't know about plumbing. The guys neither. They don't know about plumbing. What's acceptable in our society, in most societies, is to ask, how much is this going to cost? And that's a fair question. That allows them to kind of get going here. How much is it going to cost? All they really want to know, and the stats tell us this, okay, is just, can you get out here today? In fact, the number one complaint that residential service customers have is the plumber not showing up. Okay, not getting a call, not showing up.
True.
Price is like fourth down the way. That's what you guys thinking. We're charging so much, and the big company's charging so much, or whatever. Okay, whatever that is. Price is not. It's not the top three. Okay, number one is, are you going to get out here? Right. That's the concern.
Because they want their
so that's
day
what they're
back.
coming with. Okay, so. When someone asks you, what the price is, really you don't want to find yourself in a situation when you're being peppered with questions. You want to be able to come back and take control of that conversation.
That's very true. Right. And then some customers will just push for price. And if they are, then they're probably not your customer, right? There's someone that's shopping around looking for the lowest price, and that shouldn't be you. That should not be you. You should not be the lowest plumber in town. Right. That is not, if that's
not
you,
something to be proud of.
No, if that's you, you're not charging enough.
Right.
You're not and we know that 100%. You're not charging enough. So if you got a customer that's really, really pushing for price, they're probably not your customer. And you tell them, we would love to come out. We've got an opening this afternoon, and we can take a look at that plumbing issue. And as soon as we're able to do that, we'll be able to give you a price up front before we do any work at all. But the problem with the plumber answering the phone, the person that's calling knows that you're the plumber. And so or should know, they think, how much is.
Or if you even have a guy, because we always say we don't even have the guys answering the phones. It's because it's just that they assume, and I know it's not PC, but they assume because you're a guy that you're the plumber. You're the plumber. You should have an idea.
Right.
Where they assume if you're a female, they get a woman's voice or whatever, female voice, that they're probably not going to know.
Right. So, and what I would say, I'm sorry, I'm not a plumber, but what I can do, so I can't help you there, but what I can do is get you scheduled to get a plumber out to your house today between 2 and 4, Mrs. Jones. Does that time work out okay for you?
All right.
That's what you do.
So if you're giving prices over the phone, guys, as a plumber owner, we know how to do that. The bottom line is you can't scale it. You can't scale that. You can't grow that.
Nope.
Okay. And so you probably can. You can give a price over the phone.
Right.
All right. And probably because you have the skills. It's the reason why you started your plumbing business.
Right.
All right, you have the skills to be able to communicate and empathize, and you're kind of doing some of these things naturally, and also you're motivated.
Right.
You're motivated to figure this out and to get the job and to get there. All right, when you guys start working for you, they're not going to be motivated. They're not. They can be the best guys, but they don't have the same motivation, and they don't have the skills. That's the reason why they're working for you instead of doing their own gig. Okay.
Bottom line is not scalable.
Right.
Not scalable, and there's no freedom in it.
All right, and test this out. Okay. I don't know. Call what's in your area. Call a large company, not a locally owned large company, but a franchise. The company that you say, well, they charge, so I'm not going to charge what they charge.
We're not going to charge what those big guys charge.
But yet, they got 50 trucks and lots of plumbers and lots of customers. Okay. Call them up. And ask, how much does it cost to come out?
Pretend to be a customer.
How much does it cost to repair my water heater? Or just how much does it cost to replace my water heater? Come on, it's just a water heater. Push them and see how they handle you. These franchise companies, and I don't want to just name it. I don't want to pick on any one of them. I'm not picking on them. It's just, but they've spent millions of dollars on this kind of research.
Right, to figure out what works.
See if they give you the price.
See if they get Mr. Franchise owner on the phone.
Right.
Get a price.
See if Mr. Rooter gets on the phone and gives you a price.
Mr. Franklin.
Right.
They do not. They do not get on the phone. We
Right.
guarantee you. So,
All right. So, hey, check it
so
out.
they're doing that for a reason, right?
Right. There we go. Okay.
I think that was great. Thank you for that comment.
Thank you for that question.
What is it? Iron Man Riley.
Yeah.
Okay. Riley, our son's name.
That's our son's name.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, see, we just kind of bonded there. That's what you want to do. You want to build that rapport on the phone. Okay.
I know.
And that's that's kind of silly, but that's the example. Hey, that's my son's name. That's my son's name.
Yeah,
you hear a dog barking in the background. What kind of dog do you have? I mean, that's what it's about.
A baby in the background. Oh, I hear a baby. Do you have a new baby or whatever?
And guys just don't do that. Mm-hmm. And if you do it, when guys asking that, it sounds a little weird.
Right.
I mean,
it
sounds it comes a little creepy.
That sounds like you're a stalker. Right. Hey, what kind of dog do you have?
Right. Okay, we won't go there. Okay.
That would be very weird. Okay. Are we wrapping it up? Is there any more comments?
All right.
Is that it? Are we calling it a day? Selling Made Easy. That was fun. Thanks, CF, for letting me steal your spotlight on the show. Right. Pretty soon he will be live in the studio. So that is always a fun time with those two. Right. Boy, oh boy. And the show doesn't really start when the show starts. It starts about 10 to 15 minutes beforehand. And sometimes it goes for a good half hour after the show. We should actually record those. Huh. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be a good.
That'd be a good
after show stuff. That'd be some B-roll that we put out on YouTube.
That would be very fun.
Okay, we should do that. It gets a little crazy.
Yeah, it gets a little cray. So everybody have a great rest of your evening. We will be back Thursday night with our show from Friday, which our guest ended up getting sick, which was awful. But he's better. Patrick Basinga out of San Francisco works plumbing.
Cool cat.
Cool cat.
Tell us how he's rebranding his business and going about the branding stuff. So
again, check out Works Plumbing in San Francisco. They're starting to really kill it out on social. So anyway, Patrick will be here on Thursday night. Tomorrow night, we will be with Mr. and Mrs. Sky Boss. So we will not be
looking forward to that.
Which is going to be great.
All right.
Visiting not the Windy City. I almost said the Windy City. No. That's not Indy.
No. The Circle City.
The Circle City.
Naptown,
which I never liked that name. But anyway.
All right. But before we let you go, as always, we want to remind you that you were purposefully and wonderfully created, and you were created to do great things.
True.
So when you're out there doing your thing, as always, plumb like a champion.
Plumb like a champion. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.